It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection. It's another video of a dumb toy that I don't like. Oh, hey everyone, welcome back, my friends, to the toys that just don't end. As always, before we get comfy and cozy, kick back, man. Relax in your comfy, cozy chair wherever you're at. Grab your coffee or tea or whatever it is you're drinking and a snack. Rub the Sandman out of your eyes. Stretch, crack your knuckles, and now focus. Pay attention, because this, my friends, is a toy that intrigued me. However, it's perplexing me and vexing me at the same time. And it's probably one of the dumber toys that I bought. And I have to say, it's my fault. I listened to the chat. Yes, you that watch my live streams were like, buy it, buy it, buy it. And I succumbed to the peer pressure. And I bought this thing for, I think it was like $279. And now I'm stuck with this dead toy. Yes, it's a dead toy. It won't work. And it's for the silliest of reasons. Excuse me. I should have known plastic. Plastic is my mortal foe. It is like the rake to Sideshow Bob. Anyway, if you're comfortably ensconced, let's talk about, excuse me, why this toy is just driving me batty. Anyway, it is a very rare toy, and it says both Gaaken and ST. See that ST, which is also used on the Horikawa logo, and it's sort of like a flying saucer on the water, the marine spider. Now, this is a hybrid. It should have been a window box. And, let me pause the video here for a sec. All right, I'm picking up again where I had paused it. You know what? I was confused because I'm thinking, I thought I made this video, and I had to go look. Did I actually make this thing? And I couldn't figure out why I remember talking about this. And then I realized it was because of the live stream. I already covered this on the live stream. So most people don't watch the live stream, so as far as I know. So now that's why I had to stop, and I'm like, okay, let me look at my content. Okay, I didn't make it. So yes, it was a live stream that I briefly covered it. Anyway, so what's cool about it is the fact that most people have never seen the box, and it is kind of like the only flying saucer on the water that I've ever seen. And the other thing that I mentioned on the live stream is this here is perforated because originally it was designed to display as a window box, but thank God, in whoever's wisdom, you can see here, almost like a hydroplane racer. Thank God they didn't remove this nice graphic image. But inside the box, and I'll show you, not only do you see the plastic cellophane that would be the window, but you also have the stickers that you would, apply to the toy so that it's not just boring plastic. So it does have a couple of cool graphic elements. Let me put this down. So I was hoping against hope, that it would work. And it doesn't. It doesn't. But, it is what it is. So the other thing, and I'll get into it, but you see the box actually looks cool. You got this pilot, and you have some of the stickers would have been affixed to it, but they had silly stickers if you just noticed. But the box graphics are pretty cool. And here's your Gaaken. And the instructions, because at first I'm like, I thought it was just going to be a friction toy. I didn't really pay attention. And I said, battery? This is a battery toy? You got to be joshing me, because I couldn't even figure out how to get it out. And then I said, aha, they're telling you to basically unscrew it, and that's where the batteries go. So I said, okay, let's get this done. So now that you saw the box, the first thing I thought was a little bit odd come here, come here, was that the plastic is covering the entire head. So this figure in here is 10 lithographed, but they have a plastic dome over his head, so he can't see anything. At least they could have made a clear shield or something. So I don't like that. It looks kind of stupid. But the body is sort of plain, and I don't exactly get all these appendages, you know, the spider-looking stuff. So this is the only tin, really, is this cockpit. And it does look pretty cool, though. Other than that, it's all, I guess, water saucer, and it's stamped over here, made in Japan. Kind of a hard plastic, a little bit Bakelite-y, and it's not Bakelite, but it feels that way. So I said, okay, let me put the batteries in, and you unscrew it, right, and it lifts up. Then, to my surprise, it took double A's, which are kind of unusual for even the 70s. Right, so I took my trusty double A's that expire in 2027, so I'm assuming they're good. Tells you negative on this side, positive over here. I'm like, okay. Then I looked, and you see the notches here. So I'm assuming that you want the metal to make contact with the batteries. Duh, right? So you try to line it up. You line up the notches with the slots. So this is where you run into some problems. You can try to find the path of least resistance. Right now it's working, right? You could, because the on-off is actually twisting it. So if you see here, it says on and off. So okay, left would be on. I mean, right would be on, and left would be off, and nothing happens. So when you remove it, the problem is that somewhere in the life of this toy, it seems that apparently this metal contact got pushed. You can see the nub here that would make contact with the battery. This one just needs to slide in, and it's just completely distorted, and you can't. Now, if I had tools, let me back up a little bit. If I had some tools, maybe some needle nose, I could probably try to pry it out of that slot, flatten it out a little bit, and then kind of jam it down. But the way it's distorted now, if I were to properly try to slide it over the batteries, which would be like aligning it somewhere probably here, right? You can't do it. Can't get it on and then turn it, because that distortion in the metal contact is actually an impediment, and I can't just lay it flat over the battery. Like if I try to line it up, then this notch doesn't hit the ring. You see, because it's got a groove in there. So you would line it up, but if you don't line it up, you can't push it down without breaking that little notch. So unless I really wanted to mess with it, now maybe the robot hut will see it and he'll say, send it to me, I'll do it. I don't have any tools here. I tried to push it down a little bit with my finger, but you know, it's that hard plastic. And you know what'll happen? You'll just end up breaking the whole thing. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to show you the concept of the toy. And then even if you were to get this properly reshaped, who the hell knows if it works? I have no idea. Now, I would kind of like to see it work. So I'll tell you what, if the Robot Hut tells me, send it to me, I'll do it, then he can make the follow-up video. Because I don't think I would even make a follow-up video. I would just let him show you and see what the hell it does. My assumption is it'll run around, but it's all in Japanese, so this is clearly a Japanese market toy. And I just don't know. I just don't know. So, you know, despite that, it's cool in its rarity and, you know, overall concept, I guess, of a water flying saucer. Although, I guess it's akin to like the Feathercraft lightweight rocket-looking boats of the 50s, and there were other brands that looked kind of cool. The Meteor boats, they weren't like a flying saucer, but they were pretty futuristic and rocket-styled, retro, rocket-styled by today's standards. But anyway, unfortunately, we can't demo it, but you got to look at this rare and frustrating marine spider. And if you like looking at broken toys, thumb up the video and leave a remark. With that, thanks for your time and joining me, and I'll talk to you later.